What's this?
General, is there anything I can help you with?
Is Her Majesty free to see me? I'm ready to discuss further steps.
She is indeed. Let me inform our allies.
Well then, let us pick up where we left off. You managed to find answers to all of our questions. That is commendable. We are facing a group of rogue sleepers called the Dark Crescent, who are trying to bring the God of Light back into our world to invoke an ancient Aliani prophecy, Jakku. And apparently, Jakku depends on 4 people who the God of Light has made his tools, with or without their knowledge. Am I correct, Kayawu?
The corrupted, yes. If we stop them, we stop Jakku. At least I hope so.
Which leads us back to the big question. How do we figure out who the corrupted are? Lacane was one, that much is certain. And the masked woman, in all likelihood, is one too. But the other 2? We are still guessing. Not to mention that we still do not know if the Dark Crescent has a base of operations of sorts. And if yes, where it is.
Your men are still on the Crescent's tail, aren't they, Catrus?
Like a priest chasing the hem of a virgin's skirt, yeah. But so far, all we know is that the Crescent are running around Calibrock, Greyfell and Everlight, breaking into homes and stores as though they're looking for something. All this while they're roaming the country, siphoning people for this hoard of souls. According to my reports, they raised at least 2 more villages. One in Northander, one in La.
All the more reason to find out where they are hiding.
As I said, we're on it.
Wraith, when we came back from the Howling Steppes, didn't you say you might have an idea how to...
Figure out the corrupted identities. Yes, I was just about to come to that. It's a shot in the dark, but probably our best option. Your Majesty, may I?
Please.
Good. Remember when I told you of the Tapestry of Souls? An ocean of lights in darkness representing every consciousness. If my theory is right, these corrupted souls would look and feel different than normal ones. Anomalies. If I was somehow able to glance into the tapestry long enough, I might be able to identify them. There's only one problem. Doing this would require a great deal of magical energy.
Could we call back the other circle mages to help you?
Can we afford to lose that much time? No, I think there's a different way. The Jade Staff. It's an artifact a Hibernian prince used for his experiments. All the sources point to a temple in Old Hallow up north. What could make this expedition even more worthwhile is that this Hibernian prince is reputed to have been fascinated with the Veil and other realities. Maybe we could also find new information about the God of Light there.
Do you think the Hibernians knew something about the God of Light?
It's possible, considering the God of Light figures in many of Eo's religions. I guess we'll see.
You said you noticed patterns in the Tapestry of Souls. Wouldn't you have found these anomalies before?
I didn't look for them. And considering how many souls there are on Eo, noticing 4 odd ones among them by pure chance would be like spotting 4 black grains of sand in a desert.
So we have to retrieve the artifact from Old Hallow in order for you to identify the corrupted.
Try to identify the corrupted. As I said, I can't guarantee this will work. What do you think, Your Majesty?
It seems like our best option. Go then. The Quartermaster will provide you with the resources for the expedition. And whatever you do, be careful. A Hibernian temple that's been vacant for so long is apt to be dangerous.
Over here.
Yes, General?
Thanks.
Of course. Listen for the storm.
Stay close.
Hey, need something?
How do you feel about us?
What are you trying to say? Is something bothering you?
No. I just wanted to know where we stand.
Well, I wasn't planning on making any dramatic scenes, if that's what you were afraid of. I'm glad things turned out the way they did between us. I hope you feel the same.
I do.
Glad we cleared that up.
You
You too.
This way. Out of the way.
General.
I'll be going.
Sure.
What do you mean, no? You have to send someone.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, I'm sure he'll turn up.
No, you don't understand. I demand to speak to your superior.
What's going on here?
Oh, General. Beg your pardon. I was just...
A general? Guardians be praised. You could do something.
I was just telling...
More excuses. My son, Aston, is in danger and the guard won't send someone to find him.
Ma'am, as I've already told you, that's not something the Royal Army does.
Why do you think your son is in danger?
That foolish boy is always running off to have adventures. It's nonsense, but this last time he waved some strange, dusty amulet in front of my face, which he apparently found here in Greykeep, and that he would use it to save the world with his friends. I forbid him to leave the city, but poof, suddenly he's go-
Hold on. Amulet? Ancient?
Yes?
You sound concerned, Private.
Well, it's just... Corporal Tahar's channeling amulet disappeared from his former chambers 2 weeks ago.
Hold on. Are you insinuating that my son, stole it?
I'm not insinuating anything, ma'am. However, General Arif, this might be worth looking into. If this really is Tahar's amulet, then it might be of great help in the Wolf Guard's mission.
I don't know what's more shocking. That you refuse to help me until there's the prospect of material gain, or that you actually believe that my poor baby stole from the fabled Corporal Tahar. Oh well, I suppose we have to make do with what we have.
What does this channeling amulet do?
You should probably ask a circle mage about that. The way I understood it, it allowed Tahar to channel energy on the battlefield in order to create a Titan.
Titan?
Yes, a projection of his soldiers' spirits is how Circle Mage Undergast called it. Depending on under whose banner he conjured it, it was different. Apparently Tahar found it in some Hibernian ruin. I never saw these Titans though, so it might just be hogwash.
When you say adventures, what exactly do you mean?
Well, he fancies himself a hero. Spends all day imagining himself besting monsters rather than focusing on his studies. And then he runs off to do guardians know what.
Why don't you look for him yourself if you're so worried?
What kind of question is that? Do I look like I can go traipsing around in the wild? I'm not a warrior, General.
Did he say anything about where he was going? Or how he intended to save the world with this artifact?
Well, not really, but he kept talking about a ruin near a mining village. Oh, my poor baby. You'll look for him, right, General? He's a handsome boy, noble face.
Don't worry. I'll find your son and return him to you.
Guardians be praised. Thank you, General. That's a great relief. Tell him to come back to Mama once you found him. I'm sure he already misses me.
How couldn't he?
Yes? Okay, here we... No.
Consider it done.
One serving of death coming right up.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
The journey to Old Hallow starts off well, but soon becomes arduous. The hot, humid air of the leaf-shade forest covers your skin in sweat, so that you quickly feel as though you're traveling wrapped in wet blankets. As you retire to your tent on the third day of your journey, you slip into a deep dream.
Would you look at that? The fabled General Erev is back once again. Color me impressed. 3 years of scratching the surface, and now you're finally ready to go deeper. Why, I wonder? No, don't say anything. It's because the people out there trust you once again, isn't it? If only they knew. If only you knew. Either way, you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to proceed with the charade. Let's see, where were we? Right. You and I were on our way to Cavil to meet your Colonel Rickus. But then, as we approached the village, we saw the smoke.
Keep it up. Guardians. What's this?
No.
Ma'am, come. We need to get back to...
They're dead. Egosh, Naima, Yera, they are all dead. And aren't these your soldiers, General? That colonel you sent ahead?
Yes, that's him.
But how, Guardians, how? You said the orcs wouldn't arrive before nightfall. You promised us.
I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. Something must have...
Wait, Kieran. He's marching for Cavil as we speak, isn't he? If that orcish horde is already here, they'll come for them next. We have to go back to the outpost, General, now. We have to find my son before the orcs find...
There never was a treasury, was there?
Guardians!
Oh, come on. Don't give me that look. Did you really think you could fool us that easily?
What are you talking about?
Ah! Taffa! Stay close. Ma'am, are you okay? Taffa?
They got me.
Damn it. Don't talk. You have to conserve your strength. We need to get you back to the outpost. Hang in there, okay?
Kieran, no. We have to warn him.
What do we have here? Huh. Interesting. What's this?
Almost there. And still so far from the truth. Oh, come on. Do you really think that's how the story ends? You saved me, saved my son, and that's it? No, General. It's not that simple. It never is.
Like before, you spend the rest of the night staring at the ceiling. As the Reviel sounds, you're the first back to the horses. Halfway through the day's journey, you pass a village, bathed in crimson from the autumn leaves. Still weary from the lack of sleep, you don't realize that something's amiss until one of your soldiers returns from within the palisades, skin pale, lips trembling. The Crescent. You follow the man to the town square, where the villagers stand gathered, frozen, their eyes devoid of life. They were siphoned. Sergeant Rolkin falls into step beside you. "We better find these corrupted, General," he says. "We better find them fast."
Well then, it's just us from here on out.
Is it just me, or does this place feel, well, jittery?
What do you mean?
It's as if it's really hard to focus. If that Hibernian prince really experimented with the veil in different realities, that might be the reason.
Possible. Now let's find that staff. And we should keep an eye out for anything else that might help us. If that prince studied the god of light, there might also be writings worth looking into.
So, what's the plan? Get ready!
That's a big one! Interesting.
After you. Well, look what we have here.
A barrier.
Oh, that prince was quite fond of his riddles, wasn't he?
That's what the Hibernians are known for, isn't it? Mechanisms, dragons, and traps. Let's see if we can find a way to open it. What do we have here? Over here. I'm listening.
What do you want?
Oh, miss me.
What do you need?
Still got it, huh, brother?
What?
The frown. I remember you already had it back in the communes. Has life given you so little to smile about?
Oh, plenty. A dead family, a burned-down village, and exilement from the realm.
Wait. Your little boy and your wife are...
Let's just focus on the mission, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Look out! Out of the way.
Try to keep up.
Right. Great minds think
Watch
alike.
for its arms!
All right, I'm intrigued. Do we always have to run?
Sure.
After you. Are you sure?
They're fools to challenge us.
Here we go.
You die! Got it.
All right, I'm going. Sure.
Yes.
That way? You got it.
This is it.
Easy.
What's this?
Nearly done.
Why not?
Huh. Interesting.
That way?
What do you fancy? Do we always have to run?
Yes?
Go ahead.
Need something?
Yes?
Let me see. I'll take a look. Sounds like a plan.
Move in.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
You bastards are bloody awful at this, you know that?
This better be good.
After you. Right.
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Are you
Stay close.
sure? Right.
Over here. Keep it up.
You got it.
This way.
Yes, I'm on it.
That way?
Let's be quick.
Down!
Sure.
Out of the way.
Sure.
After you. Do we always have to run?
Blazes! Watch for its arms!
All right, here goes nothing.
Why not? Iria, a question. Do you ever wish things had turned out differently in Finn and Mir? That this sweetheart of yours didn't betray you?
I try not to think about it too much. How do you know about that anyway?
You told me. That night in the Kraken?
Right. That night.
Old Hallow. Almost every seasoned adventurer has a tale or two to tell about the Hibernian ruins and the treasures that supposedly lie within. They are dark tales, filled with the danger of ancient magic and the lure of untold riches. None who venture there and back can quite explain the sense of unease that permeates the place. Perhaps it's the legacy of an early grave, or the silence of a dead civilization. Or perhaps it is even the temple itself.
After you.
Do you know what I still don't understand, Ketras? Why do people follow you? You're a selfish pragmatist who'd sell his own mother to save his skin.
Must be the hair, then.
You're deflecting the question.
I'm just not in the mood for drama, sorry.
Sounds like a plan. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Are you sure? Right.
Lead on, then.
This way.
Really?
Over here. Yes.
Try to keep up.
That's a big one. This looks as though it belongs to some kind of mechanism, doesn't it?
Yes. Do you see those empty sockets? It seems to be missing something.
What do we have here?
Hey, what you looking for? Oh, that'll do.
Huh. Interesting. You got it.
Take them out!
Down!
That stone looks like it could fit into the altar sockets, doesn't it?
Yes. Let's give it a try. What's this? Take it out!
Minds think alike.
Sure.
Kill this
Let me at him.
I'm here.
Right.
Huh. Interesting. Keep it up.
Sure.
Stay close. Abomination! Watch out! Yes.
Sure.
Over here. Kill this specter!
Yes?
There we go. Perfect fit.
That's what she said.
Don't. Just don't.
All right, all right.
This better be good.
Let me see. That way? Sounds like a plan.
Why not?
Big one! Careful!
And the Jade Staff.
Let's be quick.
All right.
Good work. Now, let's take a look at the staff.
Sure it won't blow up or throw a lightning bolt right into our faces, because this temple seems to have a tendency to do so.
We have to take our chances.
Well, look what
So, this is it.
How does it feel?
Powerful. And somewhat similar to when the masked woman used the horde of souls in that village.
Makes sense. Both are filled to the brim with magical energy. We'll need to be extremely careful handling it.
We will be. Anyway, we're done here. Let's find a way back to the surface. Our troops must be getting worried.
While the Wolf Guard is in good spirits, thanks to the success of your mission, for you, the journey back to Greykeep turns into an arduous trial. The nightmares are back. Again and again, you find yourself in your study in Imperia, hands ablaze, your skin melting off like wax. Seconds later, you're awake and screaming. As you try to make sense of the nightmares, your thoughts keep returning to your encounters with the strange light figure. The light. Feed the light.
Time to file a report. I should request an audience with the Queen. This way. Keep it up.
Are you deaf? I demand to speak to her.
You know very well that's not possible. Now step back, sir.
Or what? You gonna arrest me? I served the crown when you were still sucking at your mother's teat, boy. Don't you tell me.
Commander Reinhold, please. The Queen will listen to what you have to say, but not now.
What was that about?
Didn't you hear? The Queen sent him into retirement for what happened at the Golden Road, but he just won't accept it.
So, let me summarize. The Hibernian prince wanted the God of Light to create another reality for him. That's what his experiments were about?
According to the research notes the archaeologists dug up after we left, yes, the Jade Staff was an offering.
So, Shiog dead can not only destroy, but also create new worlds. That's unsettling.
Unsettling? It's incredible. A way to create and enter a reality where everything could be different. I mean, just imagine the implications, Your Majesty. I will research this. It's too valuable to ignore.
I want to mend this world, Skadar, not abandon it for another. Fascinating as this may be, the fact is that the God of Light's interest in our world is not creation, but erasure. You may research this later, with the Circle's help if you want. Right now, I need you to do what we agreed on. Use the staff's energy to search the Tapestry of Souls for the corrupted. How long before you can do so?
A day. 2 at most.
Good. Be as quick about it as you can. Vertarth, you mentioned your men found more information on the Dark Crescent's whereabouts?
Not their whereabouts, but their activities. It seems that they're raiding temples and libraries across Viara. Seems like they're looking for something called the Temple of Light.
Sounds like a place of worship devoted to Sheikdad.
You win the prize. The name could be a coincidence, but somehow I find that unlikely. Though it's worth noting that we couldn't find mention of this temple anywhere else. And most scholars we asked only gave us a funny look when we dropped the name.
A forgotten temple, then.
Forgotten or never discovered.
That can't be good. Kayawu, do the writings on Jakku mention anything about such a temple? It might play a role in the prophecy.
None that I know of. Has the Crescent already located this temple, Sir Catras?
If they had, they wouldn't be looking for their other prize. An archaeologist by the name of Gilber Mercal. A few days ago, they ransacked his place in Greyfell. My men confronted them, but it seems they didn't find the archaeologist himself. What they did find, however, were various writings on this mysterious Temple of Light. My guess is that he's an expert on the subject.
So the Crescent is trying to find Miracle because they think he'll lead them to the temple.
If your men found some of his research notes, was there anything useful about the Temple of Light?
Oh, not really. Just a bunch of Dear Diary entries where he goes on and on about how no one respects his work or believes that this temple really exists. But we'll keep looking.
If the archaeologist wasn't home, where could he have gone?
An expedition, maybe? He didn't leave any clues behind, but the place reportedly looked like it had been vacant for weeks.
Wait. If the Crescent is after this temple, wouldn't that be our chance to catch them if we find it first?
A trap? Good thinking, General.
You are right. Then let us hope we do find the temple before the Crescent does. Catras, set all your men on that trail, and hire more if it helps. We will provide the coin. The conclave is concluded. Skadar, let us know when you are ready to perform the ritual. We need to act fast.
I will. And General, please come and see me if you have a moment. There's something I want to discuss.
General, do you have a moment? Yes, General?
Did you need something?
Yes. I could use your help, actually. I heard about the murder that happened a few nights ago in the market. The guard believes an Aliani outcast pushed a merchant off the wall and took all his gold before fleeing the city. He was last spotted near the Howling Steps. I fear he may be heading for our village.
How do they know it was murder? Were there witnesses?
Well, no one else was in the market when it happened, but someone passing by saw him flee. When they went to see what happened, they found the ransacked stall and the merchant's body down below.
Yeah, that's pretty incriminating. Why do you think a wanted murderer would head for your village?
Maybe he thinks he can hide in the steppes. I don't really know. I don't understand the mind of a murderer, but someone like that is too dangerous to be allowed anywhere near the village.
Are there a lot of outcasts?
A few, but not many. It's always a serious matter when someone is accused of a capital crime. The whole tribe gathers to bear witness. I can only remember it happening twice. When someone is sentenced to exile, we record their name, the only memorial to them. Of course, we don't know what happens to them after they leave, but as far as the tribe is concerned, they're as good as dead.
Okay, but why do you need my help?
I want to track him down. I knew him. His name is Marungi. He became an outcast about 8 years ago, but not for any crime. He chose to leave.
Why?
He didn't agree with our isolation. He called my father a child sitting in the mud with his eyes and ears shut. But I remember he was kind and generous. That's what I don't understand. How does someone like that commit murder? Maybe it's as my father says. Once we give in to our vices, it spreads like rot, but I don't know. I want to understand.
Why do you want to get involved with this?
He may be an outcast, but he was once one of my people. I suppose I feel responsible for bringing him to justice. More than that, I need to know. I need to look him in the eyes and ask how. Why? And if he really is heading for the steppes, I know the land. I could help catch him faster than the guard could.
Are you certain it was him?
The guard said the man had a tattoo on the right side of his face. It's him.
This is really bothering you, isn't it?
I've always thought maybe our laws were too harsh, but then this happens, and to me, it proves why we need them. At the very least, I want to help make it right.
Okay, we'll head back to the Howling Steppes as soon as we can.
Thank you. Taking care of this will set my mind at ease.
Yes. Stay close. Go ahead. Over here. What do we have here?
Hey, need something?
Would you like to spend some time together?
I'd love to. But I don't think now is the best time, do you? We've got a mission to prepare for. But hey, how's this? Once all this mess is taken care of, we make a run for it. Just a fortnight, then we'll come back.
Where to?
Into the blue. Just the two of us. That is, if the world still exists by then.
We'll make sure of that. I'll see you, and,
You too.
out of the way. This way. I'm listening.
There you are. Finally. We did as you asked. Seems you were right. The intelligence have claimed the two bodies you described.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, you're not.
Here's your money. You can go.
Wait, you're Skadar? My friend told me.
You can go, bloody amateurs.
What was that about? He mentioned bodies? The intelligence?
My son and my wife, yes. I never properly buried them after the Bloodburn took them. I hired this fool and his friend to investigate a rumor. Apparently, the intelligence recently started combing villages that were affected by it.
Combing them for what?
Bodies. For necromancy and study. In other words, my son and my wife are probably serving the Exalted Father's mages as undead slaves now.
What do you plan on doing?
Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
How come you didn't bury them?
There was no time. Also, I was in no state to think clearly.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Anyway, you're probably here for the ritual, aren't you?
Yes. Are you ready to perform it?
I am. Just tell me when. General.
I'll be going.
Sure.
Armor, shields, everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords. Come again. May Tiara bless your path. Pleasure doing business with you. Come again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn.
Interesting.
Farewell.
Over here.
Yes? Wanna trade? Pleasure doing business with you.
You'll find just
Come
what
again.
you need.
I'm getting
Come
new
again.
wares by the next moon's turn.
What do we have here? Huh. Interesting.
Ugh. Why is there...
See ya.
General, come for a chat? So long. Easy.
Go for the eyes!
I didn't realize how much I missed this site.
That feeling of coming home never gets old.
Cheery place.
All right. Let's look for that exile.
Aw, miss me.
Oh, yes.
What's this?
Royals and... Wait. I know you. My Ava's boy, right? What are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing, Morangi. You think you can come crawling back to the Aliani after what you did?
So you know. Ancestors. I thought I'd have more time.
You don't deny it? Is this what the outside world has done to you?
Ah, like father, like son. Your head is buried so deep in the steppes, you could never understand.
Then tell me.
Who are you, anyway? And why is Kayao with you?
General Erev, commander of the Wolf Guard. Kayao is helping us stop Sheob.
Is he now? Then perhaps there's more to him than I thought. I wasn't planning on killing anyone. I snuck into that merchant's stall to take his coin.
Thievery. Wonderful.
I knew this merchant locked up his coin in his stall every night. Foolish, but it was the perfect opportunity. No one was supposed to be there. But while I was picking the lock, he returned. We struggled, he pulled a knife, and then before I knew it, he had gone over the wall.
And then you took the gold and ran.
Yes. He had no use for it anymore.
But why were you stealing the gold in the first place? Your selfishness cost the life of another. You always said our isolation was wrong, that we didn't need our laws to be better than our baser instincts. But look where you are.
You think being able to say, I did nothing wrong, makes you a good person? The Aliani are living in a fantasy. Their peace is only possible because they refuse to do anything. But that's not peace. It's apathy. That illusion vanishes out here. I wasn't going to do nothing. I wasn't going to let my little girl die because I didn't have the coin to save her.
You have a daughter?
Yes. And she was sick. The ways of our people would have had me pray to the ancestors and nothing more. She was going to die without medicine. Medicine that I couldn't afford. So I stole the gold. You tell me what that makes me.
Where is your daughter now?
Safe with her mother. The coin got her the medicine she needed. You will never find them.
You split up so the soldiers would follow you, not them.
Yes. They will be safe and taken care of. And I will pay whatever price for it.
If you disagree with the Aliani so much, why did you come here?
I may not agree with my people, and they may not want me. But I am still Aliani. I wanted to see my homeland one last time.
However noble your intentions, nothing will erase the fact that you killed that merchant.
Yes, I know. I'm not trying to excuse my actions. A life for a life. Kill me, outsider, and be done with it.
What?
I came out here to die. I won't rot in some prison.
No. You're an exile. You forfeited your right to these lands.
Kayavu, what is more important? Being right or being kind? You're with these outsiders? Why didn't you stay in the village?
This isn't about me.
No, of course not. Well, outsider?
Kayawu, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. Truth be told, my head is clouded with storms. It's up to you, General.
I won't kill you. The Crown will judge you for your crimes, and you'll be given a punishment accordingly.
No, I won't go back there. Kill me.
I'm sorry.
Sheok dead take you. Kill me, damn it.
Kayawu? Are you okay?
He gave us no choice. Despite what he said, it ended in suffering. I need to think about things. Could we talk when we're back in Greykeep?
Sure. Let's go. Stay close.
Ah, General. Thanks for checking in.
How are you doing?
Still thinking about what Morangi said.
What about it?
I don't know. But maybe he had a point. Am I so different from him? I told my father I wanted to be someone who actually did something. Maybe I was foolish.
You're not foolish. You left out of a desire to help people. That's called caring.
Morangi was trying to help someone he loved.
You're not him. Just because you started from the same motivation doesn't mean you'll end up the same. You control your actions.
You're probably right. Still, Narangi was pushed into his actions by desperation and fear. It makes me question whether he was right, that our belief about resisting our vices is just wishful thinking. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm helping my people or betraying them.
See? That doubt is good. Change is always happening. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not. But what's important is you're aware of it. Don't be afraid of change. You'll come out stronger on the other end.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that before. I don't know if anything is clearer to me, but I'm glad we talked. You really know how to help people.
Anytime.
Let's get back to it then.
Yes. Keep it up. What do we have here?
Ah, General. Do you have a moment? I wanted to talk.
What is it?
I wanted your opinion on something. Catras, my brother. What do you make of him?
Hard to say, but he seems trustworthy.
Trustworthy? I never expected to hear that word and Catras's name in the same sentence. Here's what I find odd. I believe him. Yes, he tries to hide it behind his jokes, but his whole story about having realized his mistake and trying to repent, I think he's telling the truth. Catras has changed.
What makes you so certain?
Everything. I know Catras, and I believe I can tell when he's lying, and this time, he isn't.
But why is that bothering you? Isn't that a good thing?
It is for our cause. But it has made me, well, question some of my beliefs. Catras had always been rebellious, even back in the communes when we were still children. If he hadn't been such an excellent warrior and a natural leader, the elders would have cast him out more than once. Bottom line, his betrayal of the realm, this mercenary group of his, the Deathmen, none of it surprised me, not in the least. Nor did the fact that he decided to ally himself with Lacane, a genocidal fanatic. He was born a pragmatist, and I was always convinced he'd die one. Yet here he is, putting his own life and the lives of his men on the line for a good cause.
Well, sometimes people change. I guess that's all there is to it.
What I'm wondering is, provided that such a change of heart is possible, how does one bring it about? Willpower, a conscious thought? Resolutions?
Catras is right outside on King's Vantage. Why don't you just ask him yourself?
Thank you, but I'm not in the mood for a stupid quip. Also, we're not on the best of terms, as you may have noticed by now.
Good question. I guess change always starts in your head. All you need is the willpower to see it through. This really is bothering you, isn't it? May I ask why?
Just... never mind. Thanks for your time, General. I appreciate it. General.
No point postponing the inevitable any longer. Let's perform the ritual.
Okay.
As you enter the Hall of Justice, a queasy feeling arises in your stomach. Part nervousness, part premonition.
Good. I think I'm ready.
Then do it. Find the corrupted.
I will.
Tiara's breath. That energy. Wraith, can you see them?
I'm trying. Yes. Yes, there's one. That's her. That's the masked woman.
Where is she? Where are they hiding?
I'm still... Nor's claws. She's here, General. The masked woman is here.
What? What the?
No! No! She's draining! Ah!
Rich harvest. Deal with them.
Sleepers!
Crimson, take them.
Lead the way.
To the grave.
I have your back.
Take them out.
Let's do this.
I'm fading.
Drop your weapons!
I think we did it. It's over.
And the Jade Staff is gone.
But... no. How did she get into the keep? And what did she do?
That's a damn good question.
She redirected the energy from the ritual into the Horde of Souls. That's what she did. As to how she got in here, no idea. There are supposed to be protection runes that prevent people from teleporting in and out of the keep whenever they feel like it. There must be...
The Crescent! They've infiltrated the fortress!
Of course. To the Queen, quick!
As you reach King's Vantage, you find it in a state of chaos. 3 Wolfguard fight 2 sleepers under the pavilion, and a group of soldiers struggle with a pack of siphoned harrying them. Adrenaline lending you speed, you make for the throne room.
To the Queen! Quick! Your Majesty.
They are dead.
Is that?
Commander Reinhold.
The commander who led the caravan that got ambushed? He's behind this?
Behind what? Talk to me, General. What happened in the Hall of Justice?
A lot.
So the staff is destroyed? And we still do not know the identities or whereabouts of the corrupted?
Well, I saw something. But the memory is gone. We can only hope that it comes back.
Even if it does, the staff's energy filled the Horde of Souls to the brim. Whatever the Crescent is planning to do with it, they'll do it a lot sooner than expected.
And you let them in. You let the masked woman into Greykeep.
That's correct, Your Majesty. I did.
Why?
Do you really have to ask? Because you betrayed me first.
Betrayed? Wait. This is about the Golden Road incident? Because the Queen demoted you?
Demoted? You discarded me. I would have given my life for the crown, but you threw me away like an old pair of boots. And all because I messed up once and left that bloody caravan unguarded.
The Golden Road was not the first of your failures.
We all make mistakes. Except they earned some people in this room a position in the Wolf Guard, and others, one in the gutter.
Aye, so tragic. In other words, an early pension was reason enough for you to sell us out to the Crescent.
I would have sold you out to a horde of the undead if they'd made me the same offer. I don't give a damn about the masked woman, the corrupted, or that stupid Jakku. I did this because I wanted to see this bloody fortress burn. And they were my best bet.
Unconscious. What now, Your Majesty? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like we're well and truly done for.
Not yet. First of all, we need to take care of the attackers. Teleport runes don't reach that far, so the masked woman must still be nearby. Possibly at one of the Crescent's hideouts.
They might have set up camp near Greyfell. If so, we might still catch them.
Them and the Horde of Souls. Mobilize the guard as fast as you can, then head to the Golden Road. We will make sure all the assassins are dealt with in the meantime.
Understood. We won't fail you. Over here.
The air is still, and the sky a piercing blue. There's silence among the Wolf Guard as you ride towards King's Crossing. Previously, the Crescent were a shrouded threat, silhouettes moving in the dark. Now, they've stepped out from the shadows and taken the fight to your home.
General, thank the Guardians you're here. What about the Queen? Is she safe?
She's safe. And we found the traitor. What's the situation? Any sign of the Crescent?
Any sign? They're everywhere. We haven't found their lair yet, but it can't be far. The forests are dense, but we know them, and they don't. The only problem, the crossing is enormous. We need to gain ground and expand fast before the Crescent gets too powerful. Speaking of power, I'm worried about the locals. Chances are they'll try to siphon them. There are 3 places in particular which I think they will target. Lando, a small village, King's Crossing's trading post, and the big fishery down by the river. We also noticed some of their portals showing up all over the forest. So we have to be on the lookout. My guess is that they're using them and the siphon they spawned to cover their retreat. The bridge up north that collapsed during the Purity Wars might be worth looking into to give us more attack routes. But we need to fix it before we can use it. Yeah, and that's about it. I don't need to tell you that we should expect heavy attacks. You learned that lesson in the Lorrainian swamp.
Then we better be fast. If the masked woman gets away with the Horde of Souls filled to the brim, we're screwed.
Your words in Tiara's ears.
I'm seizing command. Let's teach the Crescent a lesson they won't forget. Yes?
Need something?
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Yes?
Out of the way.
Building completed.
Are you sure?
Building completed. Building completed.
one step closer to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
What is it?
Kill the Spectre!
It must be done.
We should move.
Building completed.
What do you need?
Sure. Make the dwarf do it.
This way.
Blazes. You see that? They are siphoning the villagers. Quick, we need to do something.
Not getting away!
We can take them.
Take them out!
Ooh, let me at him. Ooh, great minds think alike.
I can't! I need more mana!
We're being attacked!
Yes?
So it must be.
Tiara's
Certainly. By the Guardians, I thought the wars were over. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help the Crown General. And thank you.
Need scouting? Where to? This will be a masterpiece.
I'm listening.
What do you want?
I ride with Hiran.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food. Building completed.
Yes.
Building completed.
Do we always have to
Building
run?
completed.
Yes, I'm on it.
After you.
We're being attacked! Building completed.
Elves.
Hi. This is it.
Strategic. I like it.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Go ahead.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Go for the eyes! You were saying?
Building completed.
One lives forever.
Take them out!
We can take them. Let's do this.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Did you know that?
They won't know what hit them.
Building completed.
We should move.
Building completed.
Tiara's breath. Is it over?
Almost. Just stay inside the village until we send word.
Of course. Thank you. Just tell us if we can support you somehow. We don't have much, but we will do what we can.
I'll catch
They're
up.
everywhere!
Stop them before they take their souls!
We're being attacked!
We can take them.
More of the Crescent! Attack!
Those were the Soul Stealers, weren't they?
Yes. But you're safe now. Just stay put, all right?
Of course, General. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. It's the least we can do.
It's all right. I'm sure I have just what you need. A fair offer.
We're being attacked!
That should do the trick. Good work, men. The Crescent won't be expecting us to attack from this direction. I'm listening.
We're being attacked! Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
We should move.
Building completed.
Yes.
Sure. Try to keep up.
It must be done.
Easy.
Building completed.
This is it! Crush them!
Take them out!
Move in.
consider it done.
Knock! Hey! Fire!
You were saying? Let's do this. To the grave.
That's all of them. But no trace of the masked woman, or the horde of souls.
She must have fled when she heard the fighting. Do you see that shaft?
You think she's down there?
I think it's worth a try.
What do you need? Over here.
We're being attacked!
As you descend into the old tomb, you feel a faint tingle on the back of your hand, as if brushed by a breeze of magic. It gets stronger the deeper you go. The horde of souls, imbued with the Jade Staff's magic, its energy is staggering in its vastness.
General Erev, still trying to stop the inevitable, aren't you?
We've neutralized your entire army. You're cornered.
You killed only a fraction of our forces. We are growing with every single day. You think you have it all figured out, don't you? You think that if you kill us, the God of Light will go on his merry way. You are wrong. Now let's see what you are made of, General Erev. Fight me.
I'm listening. Attack!
Not bad, General. Not bad.
Let's do this.
What the?
Let's be quick.
Good.
By the... What is this?
A paralysis spell, imbued with the energy of the Horde. The end of our little game. I wanted to probe your powers, and now I have.
Even if you kill us, you'll still lose. We've defeated your entire army.
We did suffer casualties, yes. But we're far from defeated, General. Also, we got what we came here for. Your staff has been destroyed, and the Horde has been fed. Jakku is closer to being fulfilled than it ever has been.
Like you tested and murdered Tahar?
So you know. No, I merely ended the suffering. You should have seen Tahar's soul when we met. Numb and raw, fragile and intense, shredded by the horrors of the past. For Tahar, life had become a torture. All I did was end the pain.
What are you trying to say? That you did him a favor?
Yes. I know that this must sound odd to you, but it's how it was. You see, for people like the Betrayer's child, there's no chance of getting better. Their souls are too damaged, and all that awaits them are years and years of pain. I spared Tahar that pain. Though, of course, protecting our mission in its early stages was also a factor. I couldn't risk anyone learning about what we were doing. Not back then.
Wait! Whatever you think your reasons are, Sheogdid is controlling you. You're corrupted, just like Rondar Lacane was.
I know.
You... what?
I know I'm corrupted. But that doesn't mean that I'm not in control of my actions. I serve the God of Light because I choose to.
Do you really believe that?
I do. Remind me, General Arev, what happened in Empiria? That one mysterious day you lost your entire division and the town you were supposed to protect.
How do you know about that?
It's not hard to find the records if you have the right sources. Also, I'm a dream weaver, and you're like an open book. Now tell me, what happened?
I don't remember. At least, not all of it.
So you're still suppressing the truth. Interesting. You see, General, I don't doubt your good intentions. Which is why, when the people of Kavil and your soldiers fell under the axes of the orcs, they did so as a result of you thinking you were doing the right thing. Now, you may have an excuse for why it happened that way. In war, people die. You made a mistake. The orcs killed the people, not you. However, what you fail to see is that suffering is simply the result of conscious existence. It's what mankind does.
What are you talking about? That's nonsense.
Is it? Look at this world, General. Beggars starve under the feet of the rich. Soldiers die for their tyrants' greed. Plagues wipe out cities. Existence creates suffering. It's a simple equation. Therefore, the only logical solution to end the perpetual suffering is to simply end existence altogether. Jakku.
Are you even listening to yourself? Do you have any idea how much suffering you've caused?
A necessary sacrifice. And one that pales in comparison to that which mankind would inflict upon each other if it continued to exist.
This is just nonsense. Yes, there's suffering, but there's also good in the world.
On a personal level, maybe. In the grand scheme of things, no. You should know, General. You've seen war. And doesn't it give the lie to all our so-called accomplishments? What's a poem? What's a random act of kindness compared to the butchering that no animal would be capable of, but that we continually inflict upon each other?
Even if what you said was true, how does ending the world make it any better?
An emotional question. Existence equals suffering. No existence equals no suffering. Would any amount of suffering ever be preferable over no suffering at all?
You're mad!
Goodbye, General Arev.
Your Majesty?
Interesting. So you're capable of more than wielding a scepter?
This ends now.
No. No, it doesn't.
Gone. Damn it! Your Majesty, how did you...
I came as soon as I could. Let us head back to Greykeep. We have a lot to discuss.
Now, will someone explain why we did not see this coming? You were supposed to monitor the Crescent for Tarth.
Again, as long as we don't know where the headquarters of the Crescent are, we can't monitor them. We can only tail the assassins who show up in public. If you're looking for someone to blame, maybe start with your Royal Army commander who betrayed you. If you hadn't punished him so harshly, he might not have played the petulant child and let the masked woman into the keep.
Maybe. Either way, it does not matter. If there is a silver lining to this incident, it is that it confirmed that the masked woman really is one of the corrupted.
Surprise, surprise.
We had to be certain. The question is, has your memory come back, Skadar? Were you able to identify the remaining two corrupted as well?
I think so. Partially, at least.
Partially?
Yes. The masked woman severed the connection before I could make out all the details. But I know that one is an Empyrean man on the border between Hallett and Windwall, the other in Windholm itself.
Well, that doesn't tell us much. If we were to find another artifact with enough magical energy, could you search the tapestry again?
In theory, yes. Finding another artifact with sufficient energy, however, would take time. And with the Horde of Souls even more powerful now,
we would lose more time than we can afford.
Plenty of traders pass through Hallett, and I'm sure there are several Empyreans among them. How are we supposed to tell this man from them?
Your Majesty, could he be?
My thoughts as well. Recently, a courier delivered an anonymous letter whose author requested a private audience with you, General Aref. He threatened that there would be consequences if we did not meet his demands. At first, we dismissed this as nonsense, until we were made aware of the fact that this man, who happens to be from Imperia, leads a considerable army of mercenaries. And just recently, they crossed the border to the Hallett province.
Wait, someone sailed all the way over from Imperia with an army at his back just to talk to the general? Who is this man, and what by Ellen does he want from us?
That is a good question. I was hoping General Aref could shed some light on the matter.
I crossed paths with a lot of people in Imperia. It could be anyone.
Well, then we need to find out.
How well equipped are we to handle these mercenaries if push comes to shove?
It depends. I doubt that by consequences, this man means that he'll send them right into a siege of the Great Keep walls. If I had to make a guess, I'd say that he'll most likely send them towards a smaller town to cause mayhem, and then disappear before our army has a chance to catch up.
Hit and run. They can do a lot of damage that way before the Royal Army can catch them.
Not to mention that our troops have enough battles to fight already. We have to avoid a battle at all costs.
What mercenary company are we dealing with?
According to our scout, they march under the banner of the Dust Devils.
Them? That's interesting.
What do you want me to do?
You will attend the meeting, find out what he wants, and dissuade him from this madness.
What? But what if it's a trap?
It is a risk we must take. Also, the Wolf Guard will observe the meeting from afar and intervene if necessary. The meeting is to take place in an abandoned mine in Hallett. We shall send a courier once you set out.
In Windholm. That must be Ericus.
I had the same thought.
If it's him, he's definitely not aware of his corruption. My brother and the rebels have been monitoring him ever since his rise. He has never mentioned the God of Light.
As I said, that doesn't mean anything. The corrupted contribute to Jakku in all kinds of different ways. And if Ericus's purpose in this was to simply cause chaos, then he succeeded.
Agreed. Besides, it is well past time we dealt with him. Hailstone, you said the rebels are ready to perform the coup?
Aye, but we'll still need your help.
You will get it. All that matters is that you neutralize High Hierophant Ericus as swiftly as possible. Tell us your plan.
As you wish. Under General Aerev's command and carrying no banners, the Wolfguard travels to and lays siege to Windholm. Arrakis will have no option but to send his troops out and confront us. While our armies clash, Malik and his people take up arms inside and blow up Arrakis's monument. Then, they use the ensuing confusion to deal with the remainder of the Windholm Guard, proceed into the castle, and capture Arrakis and the higher-ups. Once we've won, we push on into the city and take out any resistance left.
Why blow up the monument?
To cause confusion. Also, Malik always had a weak spot for symbolism. And it doesn't get any more symbolic than this, does it?
I agree.
So we're sending the Wolfguard against the entire Bastion? Is that a fight we can win?
Well, I'll be honest, we're in for a tough time. But we can use the Windhome Caves to our advantage.
How so?
Because the caves are comparably narrow. They'll only be able to send a fraction of their forces to confront us. And once Malik has dealt with Arrakis and thus cut off the Serpent's head, the Bastion will scatter like a flock of sheep without their shepherd.
What are you going to do with Arrakis once we have him?
Like I told you, we throw him into a cell together with his bootlickers and then reinstate the prince and repair the damage.
There still hasn't been any word from the second Circle Mage, right? Isgrim?
No, he's still on his expedition up north. The last time we heard from him was shortly before you arrived in Northander. It's a little ironic. He could have been a big help in the fight against Arrakis.
We'll manage without him.
I thought the Crown didn't want an open war. Even if we let the Company or the Blackstone rebels fight, and the Wolfguard marches without a banner, won't Arrakis connect the dots and realize Northander is involved?
I hate to crush your deception fantasies, but he's probably figured that out already. A dark elven, dwarven, and human army the size of the Wolfguard doesn't appear out of nowhere.
Vertarth is right. When the coup works, it does not matter what Arrakis thinks or feels anymore, as he will be reflecting on his mistakes in a dungeon.
And if it fails?
We will not let it come to that.
Understood. I'll let you know when we march.
Music to my ears. And thank you, Your Majesty, for helping us.
It was necessary. Now, let us talk about the other matters.
Well, then we know what we have to do. We'll help the rebels overthrow Arrakis, and then meet this man from Imperia, and deal with him somehow.
Correct. If we manage to take them out of the equation, then there is only the masked woman left to deal with. And we will find her. Vertarth, what about the Temple of Light? And that archaeologist the Crescent was after? Murkal?
Still no clue about the temple, but we traced Merkel's movements to Everlight. We're doing all we can to find and bring him here as soon as possible.
Good. In the meantime, let us do what we can. General Arev, I have faith in you. Stop the corrupted before it is too late.